Hey guys, we're back again with the challenge All-Stars, season 3, episode 8. All right, last time we had Jordan going home, which is very disappointing. I'm always excited to see him play. And we also had Sylvia going home. She was doing pretty well. It was mostly a political game, but she was winning a lot of challenges as well. No, it wasn't Sylvia. It was actually Ronnie. Ronnie was the one that went home. She got sent home by John A. She was actually doing really well. She kind of played it safe a lot of the game. She had an alliance, a big alliance, and yeah, she was kept safe for a lot of it. And then it came down to the end, and she finally went in, and it was because John A called her out, and fortunately she lost. But yeah, man, I don't know her that well. She was part of I think the first season of the challenge, but after the challenge before she went in, the one with the puzzle, she was killing it until she couldn't find one of her pieces. It's unfortunate, but it happens. Anyways, on to the episode. All right, and it's coming down to the wire. It's very close to the final. I think it's like the challenge right before the final. That's going to be going down. So far, they had a big alliance in the house. The only ones left from the alliance after Ronnie went home, because Ronnie was a part of it, is not John A. I believe it's Veronica and what is her name? I can't remember. Kayla. Veronica and Kayla are the only ones left in that big alliance. And there's also the ones outside the alliance, which is Naya and Kellyanne, still left in the game. Now, Naya is demoralized because I guess the only thing keeping her going in the competition was Jordan, and she doesn't really have much motivation outside of that. It was kind of weird, but hey, some people get by how they get by. And yeah, I just hate to see it in a competition. So I like to see competitors compete. If you have some sort of issue and you need help and you need confidence and you need someone to build you up, that's fine. Just do it in a different show where it's not a competition. Do it with a support group or something. I just don't like to see that in a competitor. It's very disappointing. But there you have it. Especially for she's one of the tallest girls. She is the tallest girl in the game, and the biggest one left. If it comes down to a physical elimination, she can kill it, but she doesn't have any confidence in herself, and it's just weird. So there we have it. All right, now we're coming down with stars. In the competition now, I believe the most stars is with Derek, and I think with Derek has 4, and I think also Mark also has 4 because he got 2 when he beat Latarian, and he got another 2 from Jordan because Jordan also beat somebody, and Jordan had 2, so that gives him 4. All right. And I think right now my favorite to win would be Brad. I never thought it would be, but Brad is actually doing pretty well. The problem I had with him last season was that although he was very physical, it just the mental parts of the competition just kicks his ass. But in this season, he's killing it. Very smart, very strategic, and yeah, man, I gotta respect it. It's gonna come down to either Mark, Brad, or I would say Wes for the win. All right. So we come to the competition, and right away there's something that has to be addressed. Veronica broke her toe because she was excited to get pizza. Look at the size of Veronica. I'm just saying she's had enough pizza, and now she's broken her toe because of pizza, and she's going to end up going home because of it. She's been deemed medically unable to continue. So I'm guessing because whatever they have for the finals, they don't have enough medical people there in case her toe gets worse, or it might be a liability if she gets further injured and they let her continue. And yeah, they don't want to pay for her medical expenses, and that's probably why they kicked her off. But yeah, so there it is. Veronica is gone. She's been sent home. Unfortunately, I mean, despite the weight issue, she is a good competitor, and she did win that trivia competition. She won something else before that, but yeah, she was doing pretty good. Just having my vote. She was doing pretty good, but if it comes down to endurance, there's no way. She would be a sad sack to have in the final. Just seriously, she probably would have made it to the final if she stayed in the game, but she would have just embarrassed herself, to be honest with you. And yeah, you would hate to be partnered with her at that point. Like, it would just be embarrassing. So she's gone. John A. I would say John A is the one to beat for the final, but Kellyanne could also take it. So you never know. I'm definitely counting out Naya. Like, there's no way. She seems like she would quit at the drop of a hat as soon as things get difficult. So I'm not counting on her in the final at all. All right, so the competition is called Flight Pattern. Right, I should mention, whoever wins for the girls gets a Veronica's star, because she kind of had to leave, so that star has to go somewhere. So whoever wins this competition gets Veronica's star. All right, here we are. This is a competition. They're going to be in a helicopter, leaning outside the helicopter, and they have to memorize this pattern and then recreate the pattern at a platform. All right. So they just got to lean out the helicopter, memorize the pattern, jump into the water, and then swim to their platform, and then recreate the pattern. All right. It's a rather exciting challenge. It's a memory. Okay. Oops. All right. So this is what they'll look like: leaning out the helicopter, pull the release, drop in the water. All right. Drop in the water, then swim to the station. All right. Station looks like this. You got to swim to the station, pick the blocks up, and assemble the puzzle in the correct order. So the puzzle has to be aligned on there's a red line, I believe, somewhere on the station, that they have to align the puzzle in a certain way in order for it to be correct. So it could be correct this way or that way, but it has to align with the red line facing up. So that is, all right. Recreate the puzzle pattern. All right, so show you an example. All right, so as you can see, the puzzle pattern right there, the red line going to be facing up that way. So the puzzle is going to be recreated in that order. All right. Oh, hold on. Oh, so close. Let me see. Oh. Okay, imagine puzzle. All right, so time to get started. First to go was Mark and Kellyanne. Mark was pretty fast. He got to his station pretty quickly. As you can see here, Kellyanne was the first to jump. Mark waited a little bit, This platform is over here. I believe hers is over that way. Or is that his platform? No, that's the trees. His platform is over that way somewhere. All right. So he waited a little bit to get for the helicopter to fly a little bit closer. Then he jumped, and he was faster with swimming than Kellyanne. He got there and he completed the puzzle pretty quickly. All right, so good job, Mark. Kellyanne took a while to finish it, but she did. She took longer in the swim to get to her platform, and she took a while to finish her puzzle. But she's competing with the girls, not the guys, so it should be fine. She can still win. Next up is Derek and Kayla. All right. Kayla is not very good at memorizing stuff, so let's see how it goes. Derek was really quick as well. Kayla, it took her forever. I don't think she got the puzzle correctly, but there we go. Then we have Wes and John A. After that, John A, for some reason, when she jumped, it was closer to Wes's platform than her own. I don't know why she did that. Maybe she was scared. But as you can see here, John A's over here. Wes is here. He's almost to his platform. She jumped this close to his platform instead of way over to her platform. So now she has to swim all the way over to get her to her platform. Very, very costly mistake to make. Because as you can see here, all right, the helicopter was in the middle there with a halfway point, and she jumped way over here towards his instead of towards hers, and she has to have that whole swim to get to her platform. So that takes up a lot of time, especially in a speed-based competition like this. All right, so Wes was good. I don't know if he got the puzzle correctly, but he did it fast. Next, we have Naya and Brad. And then Naya has a mental breakdown because she's afraid of heights. And Brad tried to encourage her a little bit. And she's just crying. And yeah, just disappointing as I expected. I don't remember how she competed before when she was much younger, but I do remember her being a little bit more fiery and cocky, but I guess she got kicked off for fighting. So we probably didn't get to see much of her personality, and I didn't see this side of her, but she's very, she lacks a lot of heart, that one. But Brad jumped, he went, and it was pretty obvious that he got the puzzle incorrect. He did it fast, but he got the puzzle incorrect. I think he missed he switched up one of the blocks. It was supposed to be, one was supposed to be red. I think he put pink instead, but hey, it happens. All right. So time to reveal who won. And for the guys, there's only two people that got the puzzles correct, and it was Mark and Derek. Mark and Derek are the only ones that got the puzzle correct, but the fastest one was in fact Mark. All right, so Mark won this one. He doesn't get the star because no one got injured on the guy's side. Of course, Naya DQ'd, but it's not one of those things that sends you immediately into elimination. But hey, there she is, feeling sorry for herself. Oops, there she is feeling sorry for herself. Naya DQ'd. For the girls, it was actually also only two people that got the puzzle correct. One was Kellyanne, and the other one was John A. But the problem was Kellyanne did it faster, but the problem with Kellyanne's puzzle was she didn't align her puzzle to the red line. She aligned it this way to the side. So she got it correct, but she aligned it in the wrong way. And instead of towards the red line at a, what was it, at a horizontal, she did it vertically like that. So it's unfortunate, but those are the rules, and she didn't follow the rules. And she could have won easily. Johnny, you know what, if Johnny didn't have that long of a swim, she probably would have won, but still, she had a whole time advantage, and she just messed up by not following the rules. Yeah. And she would have got an extra star as well, free star that she could have gotten. Now Johnny has that star. I believe Johnny already had a star because she beat someone in elimination. I can't remember who it was, but she definitely beat someone in elimination, and now she has. Now she should have 3 stars. Oh my God! Johnny has 4 stars. When did this happen? Oh, I think she beat someone that already had 2 stars, and she also had 2 stars. I don't know. I don't remember. Johnny has 4, Derek is 4, and Mark has 4. Now Johnny has 5 now that she got Veronica's star. Or did she just get 4? I have no idea what just happened. Let me see if I can look back and see how many stars Johnny had prior. Oh, she did have 4 stars before. Okay. I guess I missed that. All right. So now that Johnny won and Mark's won, now it comes back to who's going to go into elimination. It seems like Wes wants to go in, and so does Nehemiah. Brad is the only one that doesn't want to go in because Wes and Nehemiah wants to go in so they can call in Derek and take his stars, because they know towards the end the stars are going to matter, especially towards the final. And you have those stars. You have so many stars. Easy ride right to the freaking to the championship and to the money. So they want to take Derek's stars, but Derek asked Mark to throw him in so he gets to see the competition and choose who he goes against instead of one of them getting to choose him. All right. So we have everyone except from Brad trying to go in on the guy's side. On the girl's side, every single person wants to go in. Naya wants to go in because she's disappointed in her performance and she feels like it's only right for her to go in. Kellyanne wants to go in because she doesn't want Naya to pick her. So, and she also wants to win some stars. So she wants to protect herself by going in. And Kayla also wants to go in because she only has 1 star. She wants to win some stars. Yeah, so, and plus all of her allies are gone because she only had Veronica left in her alliance, and Veronica just went home from an injury. And she's just alone in the house now with all the ladies that she pretty much tried to get rid of before. So, well, her alliance tried to get rid of, and she was a part of that. So she also wants to go in. All right. So that is the conflict. Everyone wants to go in pretty much. So Mark and John A pretty much have to decide. All right, they deliberated. John A wanted to send Wes in because he was talking a lot about taking out Derek, so she wanted him to prove himself or whatever. And Mark, he wanted to give Derek a chance because Derek was one of his #1 ally in the house, and they're very close. And Derek also tried to protect him before when Derek had the position of power. So they kind of went back and forth. And with the girls, she didn't really know where to go with that one. But in the end, they decided that it's going to be Kayla for the girls. Kayla is going to be going in for the girls right there. Oh, how did I get down here? Kayla is going to be going in for the girls. And for the guys, it's going to be Derek. All right. So Kayla versus whoever she chooses. And it's going to be Derek for the guys. And he's excited because he gets to choose because everyone is coming after his stars. You can see him there standing up, excited about going in. So these are the two that's going to be going in. All right. Let's skip a lot of the drama and just go to the elimination. All right. The elimination comes up, and there's Kayla and Derek ready to choose who their opponent's going to be, because it looks like it's going to be a pole wrestling competition. All right. It's not what it sounds like. They actually just both have a pole they're holding on to and trying to rip it out of their opponent's hand. So there we go. These two are going to be choosing. And it's not a simple pole wrestling competition. I believe after you pole wrestle, you have to then take the pole and then run to your station, and you have to light a torch, I believe, with the pole. So it's not simple. So even if you get the pole out of your opponent's hands, they can still run up to you and still grab it back. So it's not like it used to be, where it's just like whoever gets the pole out of the opponent's hands kind of wins that one. And I think they made it that way so that way they don't have to have a bunch of rounds, where they can just have someone, whoever wins and does both parts, where they rip they get the pole and they light it, then that person just wins, instead of them having to go best 2 out of 3. All right, so for Kayla, she chose her opponent, and of course she's not going to choose Nia. Nia is way too big for her to be pole wrestling with. So she chose Kellyanne. The obviously choice that Kellyanne is pretty much around her size. So it makes sense. For Derek, there was a long-standing feud between Derek and Wes, where Wes beat Derek before in a pole wrestling competition, I think one of the first ones. And they've been on podcasts and a bunch of different platforms where they're talking about it. And Derek was saying he's looking forward to a rematch. But when it came down to it, when he actually had the choice to bring down Wes there, he's seen Wes in the gym. Wes is way bigger than him, and he wants to win. He wants to win the money for his family, and there's no way he's going to do that ego thing. So he pussied out and he went for Nehemiah. He chose to go wrestle with Nehemiah, and Nehemiah was like pumped, and he's talking big. He's always talking big. Every time I've seen Nehemiah compete, he's always been a disappointment. So to see him always talking like he's gonna beat everybody, and he was even talking about before even the competition, he was talking about he's only been losing on purpose. He's saying people don't know what he can achieve and all this stuff, and he's like, oh, if Derek thinks I'm the smaller guy, or the guy easy to beat, then he got another thing coming. I'm just like, this dude's a freaking joke, just an absolute joke. I don't know if he's won anything. But there's Nehemiah all excited. Derek is ready to go. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Nehemiah is bigger than Derek, but I don't know. It says here, Nehemiah did win one championship in 2000. So he hasn't won anything since 2000. And Derek is a 3-time champion. So, I mean, you talk a big game, but you haven't proved it, sir. You know? So, see how it goes. All right. So, there we go. Perfect image. And you can see right there, Nehemiah is bigger than Derek. All right, well, height-wise, and well, height does add to muscle, because more muscle you can put on a frame, especially if you're taller. So, and then we have Kayla and Kellyanne. Yeah, Kayla is bigger. Kellyanne is very slim. Kayla might actually take this, just a weight advantage alone. Yeah, Kayla is probably going to take this. Unfortunately, yeah. Maybe if it was an endurance competition, Kellyanne would probably take it, but yeah, Kayla is probably going to beast this one. So there we have it. All right, so it starts out with the guys. And right away, Nehemiah takes Derek down to the ground. It just twist him, and you can see right there. He freaking, that's Derek here falling down, Nehemiah, and boom, just slams him to the ground, and he's just taking him to task. It seems like Nehemiah is winning, but Derek is holding on, and Nehemiah is probably going to exhaust himself. Just from what I see, Derek is just kind of holding on and just kind of holding his own and using less energy. But Nehemiah is pulling him around, doing all this extra stuff. But that is where the episode ends. It looks like they're going to finish up the competition in the next episode, and then it's going to go to the final. Yeah, that is it for this one. So until next time.